Greetings from English Flight Academy. I hope all my students are doing well. We are learning subject-verb agreement. In this video too, let's recapitulate what we learnt in part 3. So rule 7, if two nouns are joined by with or as well as, the verb agrees with the first noun. It means if the first noun is singular, the verb will be singular even if the second noun is a plural. The mother, with all her sons, was invited. The king, as well as his courtiers, is to attend the games. Rule 8. Either, neither, each, everyone, many a must be followed by a verb in the singular. Neither of the two men was entrusted with the task. Each of these places is found in India. Many a man does not agree to his faults. He asks me whether either of the servants was suitable for the job. So you can note there, when the sentence is beginning with either, neither, each, everyone, many a, it is always followed by a verb in the singular. Rule 9. The following nouns which are plural in form but singular in meaning generally take a singular verb. Mathematics is one of my favorite subjects. If you look at mathematics, it's ending in S and sounds like a plural, but it is actually singular in meaning. That's the reason it takes a singular verb. Similarly, today's news is very interesting to read. News is ending in S, but it's singular in meaning. That's the reason it's followed by a singular verb. Rule 10. When a plural noun denotes a quality or a quantity considered as a whole, then it takes a singular verb. As 10 tons of coal is loaded on the truck. 50 quintals of wood was not enough for the bonfire. In this video, let's learn the rest of the rules. So moving on to rule 11, when the plural noun is the proper noun for some single object or some collective unit, it takes a singular verb. Gulliver's Travels is written by Jonathan Swift. So that plural noun, Gulliver's Travels, is the proper noun for some single object, okay, which is a book. And it's followed by a singular verb. Similarly, the United States has got a vast navy. So over here, United States is a plural noun and it's the proper noun and it's taken as some collective unit. That's the reason we are writing the singular verb has there. I hope I'm clear. Moving on to rule 12. The following nouns are plurals and have no singular form. Okay? Clothes, breeches, pants, shirts, socks, trousers. Here we are continuing rule 12. The following nouns are in plurals and have no singular form. Among games, it's billiards and drafts. And in diseases, it's mumps, measles, and diabetes. So, rule 12 is still continuing, and I divided it into A, B, C, D, and E to understand it better. So, these nouns, like among tools, it's scissors, tongs, pincers, and bellows, are in plurals and have no singular form. So, if you're asking somebody, where are the scissors? You're not going to say, where is the scissor? Okay? Where are the scissors? Where are the tongs? The pincers are on the table. Like that. These are also the nouns in plurals and have no singular form. Arms, in miscellaneous, it's arms, ashes, annals, thanks, caves, riches, proceeds, remains, tidings, circumstances. Example given there is alms were given to beggars, or you can even say alms are given to beggars. Rule 13, when the subject is a relative pronoun, the verb must agree with the noun for which it is used. It's something very important to understand. Relative pronouns, as you know, who, which, that are relative pronouns. So over here in this example, Atul is one of the brilliant boys who have taken the examination. So over there the word who is used for boys, which is a plural. That's the reason it's followed by have, which is a plural verb. Atul is one of the brilliant boys who have, not has. Please remember, we are not referring to Atul in the sentence. We are referring to boys who have taken the examination. Similarly, Aishwarya is one of the prettiest actresses that have appeared on the screen. So we are not going to say has over there too, because we are referring to actresses that have. Okay, so actresses have, plural subject is followed by a plural verb, even though there is a relative pronoun, and the relative pronoun is actually referring to actresses. That's the reason it should agree with that noun, actresses. And in the above example, it's boys. I hope it's clear. Rule 14, with here is or are and there is or there are, the verb agrees with the words that follow it. Here is the book that you lent me, or here are the books that you lent me. So when the sentence is beginning with here is and here are, or there is and there are, the verb agrees with the words that follow it. So here is the book that you lent me, here are the books that you lent me. There are many blackbirds in the tree, or there is a blackbird in that tree. So let's revise rule 11 here with the help of a dialogue. In Let's Talk session, which is your favorite book? The Arabian Nights is one of my favorite books. I missed writing the there. The Arabian Nights is one of my favorite books. Okay, which is your favorite book? The Arabian Nights is one of my favorite books. When the plural noun is the proper noun for some single object or some collective unit, it must be followed by a singular verb, which in this case is. Now here you see, it looks like a plural, right? Diabetes. So what is diabetes? Diabetes is a disease that occurs when your blood glucose, also called blood sugar, is too high. What's diabetes? Diabetes is a disease that occurs when your blood glucose, also called blood sugar, is too high. I hope it's clear. Rule 13, let's revise Rule 13 through this Let's Talk session. Who is one of the prettiest actresses that appeared on the screen? Rekha is one of the prettiest actresses that have appeared on the screen. So here the thing which is to be understood is when the subject is a relative pronoun, the verb must agree with the noun for which it is used. So over here, actresses, okay, that is used for actresses. That over there is a relative pronoun and it's used for actresses, not for Rekha. That's the reason it's followed by a plural verb, have. So here we are revising Rule 14 in Let's Talk session. Where are the books that I lent you? Here are the books that you lent me. And if the subject is singular there, where's the book I lent you? Here's the book that you lent me. I hope it's clear. So keep practicing, my dear students. Keep practicing because practice makes perfect. So I gave these exercises here itself without giving it in the form of worksheets, but I'll try to even give more number of worksheets so that you understand it better. Try to solve these exercises, fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb, and share it in the comments box. Let me see how many of you have really understood the topic taught. Some more exercises. Practice makes perfect. So remember students, practice, practice, practice. Dear learners of English, subject-verb agreement is one of the most important aspects of English grammar and mostly repeated in competitive exams. Revising and practicing the rules of this topic along with few practice questions for each will help you fully understand the subject-verb agreement and take any competitive exam with complete confidence. Okay? The only way to understand is revise, revise, revise. Practice, practice, practice. Then you won't have any hesitation in using the right form of the verb with the subject. Dear learners of English, I'm pretty hopeful that these videos are helping you in improving your English. If it is so, please hit that like button and motivate me to make more number of interesting videos. New viewers are requested to subscribe to our channel English Flight Academy and hit the bell icon so that you get notified for all the newly upcoming videos. And hit the like button. Don't forget to share it with the members of the family and friends. Let them learn English for free. Until we meet next, bye for now. Keep learning, keep smiling.